Try to do race day. Let's see if we can do races.
On the chairs?
Ну все. Welcome to tonight's main event. The two contenders are Josh Fievel Bieberman and David Moshe Bieberman in the chair races 500. And the preliminary round, we're moving around, we're just getting a little bit ready. And looks like competitors in tip-top shape. They're trying to relax right now, trying to vie for the ladies' attention. Climbing onto the podium. It's an illegal maneuver over here, but I think the judges will have to let it pass. Up next, our main event. And they're off. Josh Bieberman's pulling ahead. David is not so far behind, and he's coming in for a pass. This is lap number 32. And while Josh gets a little bit carried away, David's entering the stretch. Oh, and there's a blockage of another chair. The road is blocked. But David has no problem with that, and he knocks over the chair. There's a little bit of screaming on the road, but we're working it out. Josh presses forward while David tries to renegotiate the terrain. Oh, and he's abandoned his vehicle, and he's picking up the turned over chair. I think he requires a little bit of help over here. Okay, we will assist him. Okay, and we're back in action. And they're off. And he propels himself through the door. Oh, and we get stuck a little bit. Josh hits the door, but he's all good, and he goes forward. And he's catching up, and David's ahead. And he goes, and they're behind the couch, and they fly through to the hallway. As this race heats up, to the final stretch of the finish line. Oh, and we seem to be having a little bit of trouble because the carpet's in the way. Now we'll maneuver around the carpet. Oh, and he goes around, not even a tinge. As we're going into the final stretch. Who will be first at the finish line? Will it be Josh? Will it be David? Will it be Josh? Will it be David? Will it be Josh? Will it be David? And David pulls out. It's Josh, but Josh went into the illegal area. He's, oh wow, okay. The area he has entered, he's not allowed to be in. And David's following him. And we're back out. And the person to get out is Josh. And David's a little bit stuck. Let's see what the next move for this young racer is. Oh, he's abandoning his vehicle. And he's trying to poke at the plug, which is not good. Hey, T, let's get back to the vehicle, otherwise you're going to be penalized. Here. Let's get him out. Okay. And Josh pulls ahead of the lead. Pulls ahead in the lead, and he's waiting behind for David. Okay, and the race continues. And we're off. We're back out. We're going for the stretch of the second lap. David seems to stop. Oh, and we're moving forward. Josh pulls ahead. David's right on his heels. And at the final stretch, we're moving forward, and David's coming up from behind. He's coming up. He has to make the turn, and he makes the turn. Josh is almost at the finish line. He's almost at the finish line, and David abandons his vehicle and tries to go for a much heavier vehicle to see if he could win by use of ingenuity. The bar stool being light and very easily maneuverable. The dining room chair not so much. but being much more fun because it makes much more noise. And we're off to the third lap. And Josh abandons his bar stool as well to go for a dining room chair. And we're off for another round. This way, David pulls way ahead. Josh is right behind him. And David's stuck. Now he needs to turn around. The first one back. Oh, and we're having a little bit of trouble with the thing now. The bar stools were much easier to maneuver. This one's not so much. Now we are at an impasse as we need to get through, and there's not so much room. Wow, and as they maneuver, David moves out of the way. Oh, what a beautiful job! And David's out of there. Josh still has to turn around, and David's pulling ahead as he makes a left turn towards the dining room. He once again abandons the dining room chair and goes back to the bar stool. Let's see where this takes him. And we seem to have a little bit of trouble down on the pit road. Oh, we're straight out. No problems here. We're still moving. We're still moving. Oh. Now we seem to have a little bit of confusion which direction we must go. The race is still on. We don't know which lap we're on. We don't know which direction we have to go. But all we know is that it's bar stool versus dining room table. Oh yes. Oh yes. And we're through. We're going for the gold. Once again, we're back to the dining room table. And Josh pulls ahead. He cuts out David by the last thing. We're turning around. We're seeing which direction we're going to go now. As long as we make it to the last wall, we'll be the winner. Who will it be? Is it Josh or is it David? Is it Josh? Is it David? And David's pulling ahead. Josh is right on his heels. And we're almost there. We're almost there. Josh is chasing Mom while David's chasing Papa. Oh, and we seem to have abandoned the chair. And it's neck and neck. We're tied at the end. It's neck and neck. Who will it be? Is it David or is it Josh? It's neck and neck. Neck and neck. We're at the final stretch. And we don't quite make it to the final stretch, so we're going to turn around and probably go for another lap. And Josh wins! Woo! Woo! David wins too! They both win. David wins by blocking Josh in, and Josh gets the first one inside the thing. And we're turning around. And I think that's it for tonight's races.